Oh.
It's Friday, my dudes! I've watched another game of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus for Dice and Dynamics, a live play Twitch show that plays Dungeons and Dragons, where we like power gaming and roleplay. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday commute.
Yes, that's right. The Sunday commute jokes never die, because you should repent for listening to this show.
You're going to hell right with us.
Yes, which, as Fish so wonderfully mentioned, we are playing Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Though, despite the hell-based content of this module, we have not quite yet gotten into hell. We are currently in Candlekeep, and have been given access by the readers of Candlekeep to some of the knowledge contained within. Last we left off, the heroes had spent some time learning some various things in various different ways. Things from magic spells to terrifying histories about the lands in which they come from. And that is where we will pick up. The group has been ferried off to the second convening of a crisis council by the readers of Candlekeep with regards to the situation in Elturel and the Elfguardian refugees in Baldur's Gate, and by extension, the cult activity that they encountered in Baldur's Gate. Last we left off, Jeremina had just exchanged the Shield of the Hidden Lord, a very powerful, kind of mysterious, and very bullshitty sentient item into the Mages of Candlekeep, where it may be stored forever or turned into fuel for resouling soulless individuals. And in exchange got a whip of some kind with a snake-like theme. As she was doing that, the other party members, Marty, Olin, and Silkez, were or headed off to the Crisis Council chamber. And that is where we will pick up. As the doors swing open, you are once again met with the same chamber that you were met with before, though some of the figures have changed. It's clear that the first reader, who is still there and still in the chamber, flanked just off to his right side by Silvira, the crisis manager, who is dealing with the situation in Elturel as it pertains to Candlekeep. And circled around the table are a cast of characters, some of which you know and some of which you have not been introduced to. The two that you recognize would be Faye, who you have been introduced through by Jetto, who appears to have a semi-translucent pane of glass in her hand, and she's tapping at it.
Oh my God.
It does not appear to be paying any attention whatsoever. As you make your way around the table, first reader Melanthanos is here, the one who was speaking to you all at the last council. Just off to his right is Explodimus, who appears to be playing with some sort of geared brass-looking arm or manipulator of some kind in his hand, and he has sort of magnifiers over his eyes. His beard is looking slightly patchier than the last time you saw him. And then the sort of final seat and the final individual is a very, very tall, very, very lanky-looking elven individual. And they have sort of stick-straight hair, a sparkly silver-type dress, and are sitting very, very tall and very, very properly, and sort of almost appear to snap to when you enter the room.
Are they blonde?
They are, yeah.
Do they seem familiar, or is it a completely new person?
It It is a completely new person, I would say, for you, yeah.
Okay.
For you.
Does Jeremina recognize them?
And as you all enter, Silvira will sort of step forward and say, "Wonderful. Thank you all for joining. Will your fourth be joining us?"
Yes, I believe so. She was just running. She had to
she's
do
running a little late.
a trade, but she should be here in a few minutes.
I see. Very well then. She'll sort of take her little sort of clipboard and make some adjustments to something on her clipboard. And the first reader, Melethanos, will sort of lean forward, sort of stroke his face slightly, and say, "How have you all been enjoying the keep, the library?"
Oh, it's honestly, it's been delightful. I don't think I've ever been to a place quite like this before.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
Plenty of things to see. I feel like I've been here for just a few days and I haven't even seen 1/3 of what this place holds.
That's most likely true. And we hope, given all that you are able to offer us, that you'll be able to come back sometime in the future as well.
I hope so. I can begin.
He'll sort of...
There's one piece of information that my compatriot is more... What is the word? Qualified to talk about. But for the rest of it...
all right.
She knows.
Thank you, Rainbow, for the follow. Greatly
very
appreciate
well,
it. Welcome.
He'll sort of look sort of steely-eyed across the table, and the individuals sitting there will sort of perk up and begin to pay attention, except for Faye, who will not. At which point the first reader will point at her phone and just sort of snap it out of her hand. At which point, fine. And he will motion for you to begin.
So I would actually like to begin this with... hold on a second. First of all, was there anybody who wasn't here at the previous Crisis Council? Except for Faye, because we've caught Faye up at this point.
The elf will put up their hand.
Alright, give me just a moment. Oh, goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire. Okay, sorry.
Understandable. So, we were conscripted into service at Baldur's Gate to investigate the Cult of the Dead 3 resurgence. Apparently, this is a cycle that has happened previously, and it is happening once again. This was believed to be the cause of a few murders that happened that were purely of bull spawn, and henceforth we were told to investigate. What we discovered was a cult hideout underneath a bathhouse with various Cult of the Dead 3 paraphernalia, including tapestries, the like. The key here is that in this particular cult hideout, they were trying to do magical blood transfusions to create more bull spawn in order to create more... saying people like Jeddo. Creations like Jeddo. Forearms kind of meant for killing.
Faye will, snort from across the room, suggesting that she believes that would be a very dumb thing to attempt, but says nothing else.
Silkas turns around and it's like... It's simply just what we discovered. Then, in the case of Fabius Krieg... Silkas will look at the door.
What, the elf will speak, and they say, "Yes, that is truly why we're here, is Elturel and the situation, its disappearance, and its people's situation, those who traveled to Baldur's Gate and elsewhere, though mostly Baldur's Gate, from what I've heard." And it is at this point that Jeremina you arrive. The door is still open.
Oh my god, I had to piss like a horse. Did we start? So
Yes, we started, but I just got done talking about the Cult of the Dead 3. I looked at the door because I began to speak about Fabius Krieg, and you have the best introduction for that, so I was about to pause.
Yes, I'm so sorry for being late. It was a whole thing. Anyways. So, she'll casually walk up, fix her hair. So,
Explodimus will wave. Hi.
sorry. And then she's gonna kind of tiptoe to the side and, like, almost half hide behind Silkez. So... We knew that Fabius was missing because Rhea and some other people, but mostly Rhea, mentioned it. And then there's like this little like tavern place that was like themed after a pirate thing, and that's where Amric was. And I went down to go bother Amric for something, and I was by myself. This is very important for this next bit. And I was by myself, and I walked into his office because I had some questions. And then there was this little, like, portly, bald man with him. And so I'm talking to Amric, and I'm like, do you think I'm cute? Because I don't have any self-control. And then, well, Amric's like, no. And I'm like, so I go and I turn to the bald, portly man, and he was really scared of me. Like, I mean, he was real nervous, right? Like, just coming off in waves. He wouldn't make eye contact with me. He just kind of, like, nodded. But yeah, so he nodded. Now, the part that's interesting about this is that I'm a tiefling, obviously. And she'll kind of step out to give everybody a 360 look. And I get that from Zariel. So that was interesting. But I just thought it was the whole... I thought it was something else, you know? And then we're out in this, like, little place that was run by Zariel cultists, and then Fabius Krieg was there, and I brought it, so I was late because I went and I got it. But I have... One second, I have these robes that are in Fabius' size. So Fabius was a Zariel cultist, and we got Damon evidence about that. So
yes, Fabius Krieg was a Zariel cultist. He was in cahoots with one, not a Grand Duke, but a Duke of Baldur's Gate, Thalmyra Van Thamper. They were working together. She was the one that had a Zariel cult hideout underneath her house, and... Oh, I almost forgot. We had the Shield of the Hidden Lord with us. I forgot his name, but we've turned that in. Anyways, the most recent develop that we have had is there was a puzzle cube that we received after Fabius was killed by Thalmyra Van Thamper, and it was subsequently opened by the Speaker of Necromancy. Within we learned that Fabius Krieg has pledged Elturel to Zariel, and that anybody who took the oath to serve Elturel is now bound and damned along with it. Apparently there was a deal made between the two, and it was the ultimate sacrifice to Zariel by Fabius Krieg.
Malethinos will kind of, like, steeple his hands and drum his fingers together slightly, and will first look over at Faye, and will say, Speaker of Necromancy, what do you make of these findings? Why now? What's the reason now? And she'll sort of, like, well, look, the death curse just happened. souls flowing to the outer planes are in short supply. They have been for however long it took for this situation to get remedied. Seems like Elturel was Zariel's savings bank. It's just a cache of souls that she could trade in whenever it is she felt she needed them for the blood war. And Malethinos will sort of clearly this is two separate issues, but we should focus on fixing the one that's more extreme. Do you know of anyone or have heard tell of anyone who is inside of Elturel that could perhaps receive a message if we were to get lucky enough to have one pierce the veil of the plains?
Elder Ravengard, most likely.
Curious.
He was on a trip to Elturel and subsequently went missing around the same time that Elturel went missing. It could just be a coincidence, but it's too convenient, I think.
Malethinos will shake his head and look up at Silvira and then look at over all of you. What do you make of this coincidence?
As far as what? I thought I just explained it. Jamina?
Well, so Elder Ravengard's disappearance meant that there wasn't a Grand Duke, meaning that Thalmira, a Zariel cultist, had a way in. And I mean, Thalmira was getting set up to be the Grand Duke, right?
She was the most favored.
Yeah, because yeah. So
Go ahead.
no, I mean, I think it was the most fortuitous option, and given Thavius's proximity to the Van Thampers, he might have even told them to do it.
It's possible that they were planning to make Baldur's Gate the next piggy bank.
Malethinos will look back over at Faye and would say, would such a thing be possible with Baldur's Gate? And Faye would say, I mean, technically what was done would be possible with any contract and any type of document that bound a person, a sole person, to authority over land. So, yeah, I think it might have been possible and probably was the goal. But it seems like that risk has passed, and she'll sort of motion her hand at you all.
I mean, as far as we know, yes.
Right. Malethinos will say, right. Silvira, go check with the messengers and see if we can get a communication to older Ravengard. It may take a bit, if he's even still alive, but if we could get some estimation of what's happening, it could maybe help us. Are there any other questions? And Explodimus will sort of put his hand up and will say, Are you all planning on going with her, though?
With Rhea, I'm assuming?
Yes, I've given her a very interesting machine. It should help to identify, locate planarly where it is that Elturel is inside of Hell. Now, I know that Traxagorkan is going to need to find passage for Rhea and is working on that. But that doesn't help us get things like supplies and food, things that will stop people from bargaining their souls away further. So, I guess what I'm saying is, uh, if you do go, please protect my machine. I'm done, sir. I'm done.
I'm going.
Hmm?
When did you decide?
Almost the same time I found out Rhea was going.
I'm weighing my options.
Same. I'm weighing.
The elven individual will sort of reach into their cloak and materialize what looks to be a leather scroll case of some kind, and they will extend it forward and sort of lean over the table towards you, specifically Jeremina, because she's the only one that's identified as going. And
She'll take it.
they'll say, it's a copy of the living map of Avernus that we have. It's not going to be accurate in about 12 hours, but you can feel free to study it and get a sense for what you may be involving yourself in.
Is it constantly shifting then? Is that why the original map makes people insane?
Yes.
Similar to Underdark maps?
Yes. Very
Okay.
similar.
Thank you.
Not a problem. They'll think to themselves, I don't necessarily have any additional questions, First Reader. And the First Reader will say, very well, Hiram. Did you have any other information you wish to share with us?
I can't think of anything. Amric is still alive and out there somewhere. That is the only thing of concern that I think should be mentioned.
Oh, Marty will reach into her pocket, rummage around for a second, and then pull out the opened puzzle cube that she still has on her.
Mm-hmm.
This contains the contract that Thaddeus Krieg made with Zariel, if you want to look at it.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Silvira, can you send this over to our Infernal Legal Department and see if we can get any loopholes written? Thank you. That will be most helpful.
Mhm.
And he'll sort of reach forward awkwardly for it.
Marty will pass it forward. I don't think we've been introduced to you yet, she'll say as she passes it over.
So the one speaking is Malethinos,
Okay, never mind.
who's the first reader. If you're talking about Miram, they've been mostly quiet and are sort of just almost observing, very, very passive.
Except for the time he gave Jeremina the map.
Yep.
Mhm.
Will sort of extend the puzzle cube over to Silvira, who will take it very gingerly and sort of wrap it in what looks to be a handkerchief and hang it off of her belt.
Marty sees him wipe up in a handkerchief and is like, oh no. Just raw handing that. Damn.
Is that all for now?
For now. Though, and at this point, he'll take out a small set of spectacles and will, flip through the pages that are in front of him and will say, pursuant to the Crisis Conclave Act of 1500, you are to remain here for the next 3 days should council members have any additional questions. For your troubles, a ball will be thrown in your honor, and the planning for which is already underway, and it will be held tomorrow evening. And
Tomorrow! Oh, I'm sorry.
we can push it back to. You have a 3-day window. We can push it back a day if it would be more convenient for you. But
Yes, please.
Please.
oh, without a problem, Savira, and she'll take a scratch at that note. And should you require additional access to the library, its grounds, or its knowledge, feel free to contact your crisis manager, and he'll motion at Faye. I know you've been quite acquainted with one of the great ones. Is there any questions on the more procedural nature of this?
Not that I can think of, no.
Wonderful. It has been a pleasure, and thank you all for your insights and your information. Do hope that we can. I do hope that this is a solvable situation, and if there's anyone who will be able to solve it, it will be the minds here at Kim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jermina's going to take a stack of her business cards, put them on the table, and then slide one to the Elven reader. She's gonna back up and head out.
Okay.
Is she still
Anybody
holding on
else?
to Stilkez's arm as she's slowly backing
No, this
up?
is the map case now.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything else they want to do before the doors of the Crisis Conclave snap shut?
None currently.
Okay. Mark, I saw a hand.
Olin was waving.
Oh. Explodimus will take the little, like, arm that he was playing with and, like, wave it at you.
He has
Okay.
at least be involved somehow.
As the doors begin to swing shut, you see a sending mirror reappear in the Speaker of Necromancy's hands, and they boom, snap shut. Brief moment where I will pop up from behind the screen. Congratulations, you all. You are now level 5.
Yay!
Oh.
Oh shit, who was that?
And Jeremina has clipped the map case to her shirt, and she's taking her snake whip, and she's just snap it, like clicking it everywhere. This thing has such a
Oh.
great. Look at that snap.
That
Hear
does look
it.
delightful.
Also, Jeremy, you're going to hell?
Yeah.
But what about Wolfrin and your impending denuptials?
Oh well, I mean, we still have to talk about it, but we've agreed not to get divorced on paper just because of he's got a really nice life insurance, and I just took out a really good life insurance on me. So, well, I'm in a position to do something. And I've got to do it. Wolfrin has Vicarious. Vicarious now has Silkez, Dallin's. I'm sure Dallin's got friends.
Lavender marriage.
Yeah, his lavender marriage, and I mean, and I'm sure that the three kegs, Wolfrin's got a support system that isn't just me anymore. And there's not a lot of people that can follow Rhea into hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Olin is gonna walk over to Jeremina. Would you like company? Hold on, sorry, I didn't do this. Hold on, sorry. Hold on, let me rephrase that. Hold on, let me fix it. Hold on. Would you like company?
I just imagine Olin appearing over Jeremy's shoulder.
Leaning in.
resting his chin on her shoulder.
Olin uses literally the gift from the Raven Queen just to teleport behind her and be like, "You want company?"
I think Jermina's going to pop up on her toes and press her face against Olin, and she's going to grin, and she'll pop back down and she'll say, Olin, I can't ask you to step away from... If you go with me, I want you to find your home and your memories more than I want your company. If you go with me, you might be losing that.
Or I could... How did Jacques say? I could hit my head and get memory back anytime. So why not make sure you don't hit your head first? I found the Book of Barovia. No help. Why not make sure my friend is safe?
You know I'm no good at keeping myself safe.
That's why I offered to go. And you didn't ask. I did.
I can't say yes.
Then we're in a dilemma.
Well, I'm not gonna say no, though. So...
Even bigger dilemma. I guess I just follow. That's what I do.
Okay. I think she's gonna pinch his cheek.
Aww.
I don't know.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
If Marty Silkes, if either of you, I want you to stay, I'm not gonna think any differently if you stay or you go, but if you've got even a centimeter of doubt, the two of you have a lot to live for now.
The only reason that I'm waffling is because, as you said, Wolfrin would have Vicarious and I and Dallin, and he would have that support system. And I love Vicarious dearly, but someone's going to have to stay consistently in Wolfrin's life in some way, shape, or form while you're gone.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would be doing more of a disservice to you if I didn't stay.
I'm just not sure what I could do to help.
Marty, we've had this discussion about you undermining your intelligence before, so I'm not going to rehash it, but you could do quite a bit.
He's got a machine to uphold, and if you can't do it, then I'm sure either three could do it. But that being said, I don't think your mama was thinking of you going to hell when she told you to go live your life. I'm sure she was thinking something like getting drunk in the Moonshay Islands, or having a whirlwind romance that ends with you leaving the country. You know, I think hell's a little much.
Yeah. I should probably...
Good for resume, though.
Yeah, you should probably write your mama about it first.
Yeah, and... I don't know what Explodimus is planning. I'm curious about how Explodimus is even going to find Elsrel.
But if you think about it, going to hell is good for resume, yes?
Oh man.
Survive the 9 hells would probably be the best tagline when you're applying. For
Way
it.
better than college degree, I promise.
See, the thing is, I'm no philosopher, and I'm definitely not a learned woman, but, I mean, the people that we are right now, the people that exist, that talk, that breathe, I mean, this is all gonna die when we go to hell. You know, we're not gonna be, I mean, we're gonna be the same names, but, I mean, even our body's gonna change, you know, like, I mean, Olin plain, he's from a different place, and he's off. Like, at a
Out of time.
right, we're gonna go to hell, and that's gonna make us different.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah, it's not something you can really just say on a dime. I'll think about it. I do, if there's something I can do, and like really do, like I know me coming along would be nice, but you know, if I'm just, you know, just another body, or just, you know, like a dead weight on the cart kind of thing, I know I'm better than that, but you know, like people have to have like certain skills for going into places like this, or else, you know, there really isn't much they can do, and then, you know, I don't want to be a burden on the crew kind of thing, you know, get in the way.
but I mean, what's gonna happen if you lose that skill?
I'm sorry, rephrase one more time.
I mean, if you go on contingent on you being able to do
Thank you
something,
so much for the
and then
100
you lose
bits.
that something
We
on our
love you.
travels,
Thank you.
Do you know what you're gonna do?
I mean, in the sense of what I can provide for the group going into hell. I'm not like a survivalist or someone that is an expert on hell, you know? Like, I know how to fix some things, but that isn't everything. I don't know if that will be useful for the trip. But I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll be alright.
Well, shit. I gotta go draft clothes. I also gotta go tell Vicarious that I'm about to go into hell.
I thought you'd been drafting our outfits for the ball.
Well, yeah, but now I changed my mind. I mean, I got Olin's, but I have a really good idea for yours, Silkaz.
Oh, I'm excited.
And I want to see if that little elven person's gonna hit me up for a dress, or if any of the great readers are, because I do have an idea. I'm really thinking I'm just gonna make a clothes for him and then just drop them off for him. I've been getting really sick of me offering to make clothes for people and them not taking me up on it when I got such great ideas. And then I don't even have an idea for what I'm gonna wear.
Also, wasn't the sleepover supposed to be tonight?
Yeah, and then the sleepovers tonight.
Over.
Oh, I gotta go make Rhea an outfit.
Oh my goodness.
I think you'd be hard pressed to get Rhea into an outfit that wasn't heavy armor inspired.
See, I think Jeremy can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Alright, well, I will meet you guys back at the room or wherever. I have to go handle some business.
Oh, look! Oh. Still Kids is also off to the... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The little elf's room. What time is it?
It is probably around 3 or 4 p.m. ish.
Okay. Marty will sort of like look to Olin and Jeremy and say, I'm going to see what in the world Explodimus was working on, because that looked interesting. You guys need me?
Can't think of it. I gotta go have an argument with my ex-husband.
Okay, have fun.
Thanks.
I'm going to take UV3 with me.
Alright.
Olin,
Da?
do you want to wait for Silka's come with me, do your own thing?
I'll probably walk around for a bit and just, I don't know. I might wander for a bit, but I'll be in the area.
Okay. But yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
Be safe.
Then
So, Marty,
Should
you
I-
are splitting off to go to Explodomus's office?
Yep.
All right.
looking very much in thought, but overall.
Easy enough. You do so. You approach the office, and you hear a sort of muffled raucous from inside as you approach them.
Not surprising.
I said as you approach the door.
Oh, okay.
Just in case you wanted to like listen in or whatever, or just knock. I wanted to give you the option without just forcing you to knock.
Yeah. Okay. The fact that there's ruckus is unsurprising.
Yeah.
But Marty will sort of like look in, like try to hear if it's like, pure chaos before she knocks.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Bit. Oh goodness. Oh god. Don't know how that happened. Fuck. Perception is a +2. Ooh, 10.
10. All right. So you pause for a minute right before you knock, and basically what you're able to hear is what is effectively the sounds of clattering sort of metal, and just like the single syllable, like he.
Marty will knock.
Coming. And that voice will sort of project through the door, presumably magically. And there's sort of a little bit more clattering, and that beep sound cuts off, and Explodomus sort of boom, appears, opening the door, and just sort of like you're about the same size, but he hunches as though to like get closer to you, but ends up lower than you anyways.
Hey! So you were working on something at the Crisis Council, and I was curious.
Oh,
And then also, you mentioned that you were making something to help navigate through the hells or something like that. I think that was you that said that, or...
yes. Let's talk about that. And he'll like push open the rest of the door, and will sort of open up, and will lead you across to a workbench where there's sort of a basically a wooden box with a bunch of latches on it, and he'll sort of flick the latches and very carefully take what is basically a wooden enclosure and lay it on the side. And what is underneath is essentially sort of a like a steepled pillar that ends in a globe, and then sort of around it are a bunch of concentric rings, which to you it would look like a an astrological model of some kind, which, in a lot of ways there are telescopes, but the cosmos are kind of one of those things that are theoretical, but then also at the same time, the way that everything is very symmetrical and things like that. And he'll say, yes, a locator beacon.
The name seems very obvious what it does, but what does it... How does it work? There we go.
Well, it's... So, come over here, and will motion you across the room and over to one of sort of similar to what Traxagor used to show you all the formula that has to do with the Shadowfell, and he'll sort of pick through the little rings on these folders and pull one down. And what you see before you, given that you're an artificer, and presumably pretty well read, what you see before you is a very clear model of the planes. And if you haven't had experience reading about the planes, they are very clearly labeled on this map. It is what would be known as the Great Wheel cosmology. So it kind of looks like a spoked wheel, and all the different planes are around it.
Yeah, Marty is familiar.
And he'll sort of motion to it and say, the way the planes align is interesting. It's different. But there are ways that we can pinpoint points in theoretical space in other planes. And it's a relational basis to the other planes. And he'll sort of pick. And he'll say, certainly you've seen this model. And he'll sort of point to the wheel. And then he'll pull down another one, which is basically a sphere, which has been sort of cut like a cake. And you see the same model, but now it's 3D. And he'll say, the planes don't just sit still around the prime material and around the sort of central area, the core of the planar wheel. It's not flat. The flat model is taught to elementary school students, high school students, some college students, depending on where you go. But for those of us who study the planes, or in my case, work with people who study the planes, this is a more accurate model. Each plane can move independently of the plane next to it, and each pocket plane inside of those planes move independently. So what we need to do is find a way to pinpoint a point in space inside of these planes, as all of these planes move around it, to be able to do things like set up a circle to deliver supplies, and he'll sort of think for a moment, a circle to deliver supplies, a way to bring people back to the prime material, the ability to bring infernal experts, our infernal legal division may be able to make a deal for the return of the city to the prime material. But until we can know where El Terrell is, and he'll sort of point to something that's not the Hells, but he'll say notionally. And he'll say, inside of this bubble in the outer lower planes, and he'll sort of motion, there are layers inside of this that aren't even on this model. And, well, if it was Zariel, then it would be the first layer. So, which is good. The deeper down we go, the more accurate our model would have to be. But if it's still just the first layer, then we should be able to utilize a device which can calculate the location of all of the planes between the outer layer of the Hells, through the lower planes, through the Shadowfell, to the prime material. And that should allow us to teleport in, create summoning circles, bring people out. Right now, we don't know where El Terrell is in what is essentially this entire space. And he'll sort of run his finger around like sort of the orb that is cut on this three-dimensional model, inside of an orb that is cut, inside of that an orb that is cut. And he's like, that should help us do that. And your friend Rhea is going to bring it. And activated, and hopefully we'll be able to do it.
That seems very complicated. I think in some classes in comprehensive planar knowledge, I've never understood the transmutation part of planar travel. So weird. But so it's basically calculates where the plane will be, so to speak.
Where the plane will be, and the planes between it and the prime material will be.
She'll whistle. That is... My god, that's fascinating. I'm not even going to ask how you figured that out.
Oh, it wasn't me. I just built the thing.
Oh, the planar people you work with. But it's basically an anti-theorem mechanism, which is very cool. Sorry. So then, but how this seems very complicated, right? Like the creation of it.
The
Is
creation, the
intricate.
operation should be as easy as, and he points to what is effectively a key and a button.
But and she'll point to one of the pieces that seemed a little bit more delicate. Will there be someone to maintain it?
Ideally, it shouldn't need maintenance. Once it is activated and makes connection, we should be able to just teleport in. And if maintenance is required, I can do it.
From here?
No, it would likely be one of my understudies, as it were, who would teleport in, and I could guide them utilizing a sending stone.
Fair enough. Sorry, my friends have decided they're going along, and I'm worried about them.
I understand that it's not the best place. That's for certain. But I think Traxagorican will get them onto Elturel, and it will be less dangerous than being on the surface of Avernus. It's I don't think it will be quite as dangerous as a mission as the stories told about it will be. Or at least I hope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it should be alright. But I was just curious about that. I discussed with the speaker of necromancy about the blood magic and the arm. You seem curious about that.
Yes.
I think I understand how potentially I could replace it on EV3, but I'm not... If you would like to look over what I've come up with, you seem capable
be pleased to take a look. Not the best with blood magic, if I'm being truthful.
It's not that. It no. Uh, don't worry then. But thank you, explained myself. She kind of like brings her hands together and then puts them behind her back and like rolls on her feet and says, it was lovely talking.
Yes.
If you need any she looks back over at the machine and says, are you going to be putting a casing around it?
Yes. He's kind of like constructed the wooden box that he disassembled. It doesn't look the most secure, but sort of it has a handle and it looks as though none of the parts like touch or rattle.
Okay. Making sure some of that seems very delicate.
It is, but also I don't really want to use traditional packing materials or batting or wool or sawdust because I think that they may catch a flame the moment they hit Avernus. I'm not sure.
Oh, God, this sounds like... I would say that sounds like hell, but that seems accurate.
It's true. At which point, from behind a door in the back of the office, that yee sound starts again, and he says, pardon me, excuse me, I need to...
What's that?
That's just a project I'm working on. I need to attend to. He'll, like, pull at one side of the patch of his beard, and was like, shoot.
May I see it?
Top secret, unfortunately.
There?
Yee!
Alright. Well, good luck. Be careful of your beard. You're pulling it out slightly.
Nope. Thank you. And he'll sort of depart back into the room.
Mario will sort of like look to see if she can see where he's going.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Can I talk about a thing that Silkas would be doing?
Yeah, certainly.
Baller.
Oh, God. Wish I had. 9.
So, yeah, there you go. 9.
Okay, then, yeah, you can't see. Yeah. He uses his body to obscure the door to the best of his ability, and then cuts inside. Silkis, what are you up to?
He would just be going to the greenhouse area, thinking about what to do, and he will attempt to do the technique that Jetto had tried to teach him the other day.
Okay. Go ahead and, as you sit down and sort of sit and begin to focus, go ahead and make a... I think I said Arcana check on this, didn't I?
It was, you said either Arcana or Survival.
Yep, that sounds accurate.
All right, let's
I don't have this resource up. You're killing me.
I'm sorry. That's a 23.
Damn.
Okay. Let me look at my resource. Give me 2 seconds. I scroll. I didn't think you were going to do it today.
You're good.
right.
I can just...
No, I want to describe it because it's.
Oh yeah, of course.
It is a thing.
I can just be okay. So what's happening is that there's definitely a lake in this giant greenhouse area, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the giant greenhouse is not on the ground level, so there's engineering going into holding that water up.
Okay, so he will have found a section of water to just kind of sit by. He doesn't sit on a bench, even if a bench is available. He like whole ass sits down with like and looks out at the lake, takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, and tries to focus.
Okay. And you do that. And you breathe in, breathe out, focus in on the sort of the interior flow of blood to your brain. Forcing your arcane sort of magic to manipulate the sort of very fabric of your being, or at least the liquid fabric thereof. And you sort of feel a little sharp, for lack of a better term. You feel on the ball. You look out over this lake, and you can see the water there, or the waves sort of crest. Even the smallest ripples, you sort of are able to see the tiny white caps form. You look and you see the magical artificial wind in this greenhouse shaking the leaves of the trees. There is just sort of a otherworldly perception, which is not a good term because it's technically a mechanical term for this game, but like a otherworldly awareness that you have after doing this, and then it sort of mellows out. But you sort of feel that it's still there, and that you could call on it almost to regain that same clarity.
Nice.
Nice.
He's gonna blink for a second, look around, he's gonna say, And here I thought meditation was full of shit. I should try this again sometime. At which point he's going to stand and head back to the room.
Okay, fair enough. Olin and Jeremina, what are you guys up to post-Crisis Council?
Jeremina walked back to the room as Vicarious was heading out with Wolfrin, and Jeremina grabbed Vicarious by the collar, plucked Wolfrin, deposited Wolfrin by Olin, and said, "Olin, can you go down to the hearth and just like get food or something, like hang out? Do you need anything from the room?"
No, I was just going to go for a small walk.
Okay, take Wolfrin with you.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, we're having a fight. Okay. Well, we'll be good in like 10 minutes. Yeah, you'll be fine. Alright. See you soon, Olin. Bye, Wolfrin. Have fun, baby. Okay, bye. And, she's going to push Vicarious through the door, wave at Olin, close the door, and almost immediately there is shouting that could, like, ruin eardrums.
Rip. What's the fight about?
Oh, we're going to hell. They're both very upset about it, and obviously the residual issues that you have when you're divorcing.
Any particular subjects or lines that come up?
Nope.
Nice.
Olin, I assume you're traveling down to the hearth?
Yeah, Olin will take them to the hearth and get them food and hang out and basically answer questions if asked, and obviously give the Olin special of, you know, being really excited for anything the kid decides to say, and just wait until Jeremina comes back.
Fair enough.
And then after that, after Jeremina takes him back, he's gonna go out for a walk and just wander the compound.
Okay. Easy enough. Alright. At what point do you all reconvene in the room?
Silkez enters the room, I feel, as Vicarious is coming out of the room looking haggard, and he's like, "So, how did it go?"
It went fine.
I'm assuming, based on the everything, you had a healthy discussion about it.
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised it didn't go as bad as the usual ones. There was no name calling.
That's good.
In Jeremiah's defense, she didn't start yelling first. I did admit I did lose my temper a little bit. Going to hell! I'm sorry, I'm normal about it.
Yes, going to hell. I don't know whether or not I am either. To be fair, I am more 70-30, about 70 staying here, 30 about going to hell. I don't know. Genuinely, I just don't know. I have all of you again, and also Wolfrin to assist with. And family for me.
He'll kind of exhale, roll his eyes, look upward, and he'll say, by virtue of... I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'll have words later. And he's going to pat Silkez's shoulder.
Do you want me to do your hair?
No. No, yeah. I just want to go somewhere else.
No, I mean when we have words.
I like that.
Great.
Jeremina
Right.
did want me to ask, do you want me to do your hair for the ball?
Yes, that would be nice.
Great. Okay.
Silkez will step to the side.
And walk past.
All right. How does everybody else file in?
Marty shows up like a couple minutes later, looking mildly confused by everything that Exploded Mess, my god, was up to, but overall, like, she seems happy to, it's party time.
It's sleepover time. Can we just have
exactly.
Can we have one relaxing night?
Yeah, she is actually, yeah, she has like another paper bag of stuff that looks to be like some popcorn kernels and other necessities for such an occasion. How is everyone?
Horrible! Thank you for asking, Marty. Now...
I try.
I did make everyone match in pajamas.
Already?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What you got?
Okay, and she's going to dive into her room and walk back out, and I think she's going to unfold it, and it's like, just like, like the typical
Button up.
like very like that, except it's like old, the fabric looks like old writing print, like it's, the pattern is off of like a manuscript or something, and she's like, so I didn't know what to do, but then I remembered we called ourselves the La Divina Comedy, whatever, so I went with that old, like, paper feel, so here we go. It's looking so cute!
I like it.
Thank you. Okay, here's Silkez's, Marty's, Olan's. Is Rhea with us?
So, you guys are in the room, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can hear Rhea in her room. She just appears to be pacing and muttering to herself.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yes.
Can I open the door, baby?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I was just
I'm gonna
thinking.
crack it open, then stuff a folded pair of the pajamas and shake it. It's a uniform for the Bondin exercise.
Oh, okay. You feel them leave your hand as she takes them. I will,
Okay.
I will be right out.
Yeah, okay, take your time. Be prepared to write out what you want for... she's gonna look at the others, like, and make a face. Provisions?
Visions.
Yeah,
Yes,
provisions
provisions.
for the exercise. Okay. She closes it.
You could have just said figure out what she wants for snacks. I'm sure she would
No,
have.
because she still thinks it's an overnight. She still thinks it's a, like a military thing. I'm trying to ease her into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be fair, I don't think she's ever, like, has she ever been to a sleepover?
And she's a
Probably
child
not, right?
soldier, so
Yeah.
I am considering locking her room so that she can't sneak into it. Like really force her outside with us.
I wouldn't do that. Well, mostly because I feel like if she wants to escape and she realizes she can't escape, she'll panic more, so she needs it out.
Yeah. Or, she'll beat us up, which seems completely within her wheelhouse.
I do not think Rhea would wantonly
I would think no.
beat us up. Because she's not a fighter, she's, like paladin. And I know she's got an ass up her stick about hurting people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go get changed, and I'll be right out.
Alright, I'm going to get changed as well. Wait,
Me as well?
did we invite Jeddo or Faye?
Oh, yeah, go wait, do we want to go ring him up? Do we have
Do
to
you want to see Jeddo?
Yeah, I mean... Obviously, if anybody asks, I'm over it.
Obviously.
She says in a very over it voice.
which, to be clear, I am. Let's just only invite Faye. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's only invite Faye. Okay.
That's fine with me.
Owen's kind of here just because, he's like my little boy. He's my little kid.
Yeah, it's a girls' night. It's a girls' night.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Some boy allowed.
One boy allowed.
Just him. Only him. Okay, so who I'll go get Faye.
Okay, I will change. Do we want a blanket situation in, like, between the couch here?
Yes.
Like a
Oh my gosh, I
blanket
can help.
fort?
Marty.
I'm in my element.
It's been a while since I've made a blanket fort, but I need pretty sure on the construction.
Please make a blanket fort.
Who's paying?
Of course I will. It's gonna be
Okay,
fucking awesome.
Okay, Silkez, you change. Silkez,
Yes,
can you get additional provisions secured?
I can absolutely get additional provisions secured. I can also make some additional provisions. How do you all feel about mini quiches?
Yes.
Wait, you can make quiches smaller?
Yes. They would be roughly about this size, bite size, and you can just eat them.
I am down for this. I also brought my own provisions, and she'll like pull out the like the campfire like popcorn like
Mini
things with
quiche.
like the foil that
I'd have to see if the kitchen does have mallow available, but have you guys ever had popcorn balls?
ooh ah, only for like holidays,
Well,
like
we're going to.
solstices, we have them.
A fair amount of people are going to hell. I think we can have popcorn balls.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll be right back. She'll go outside.
Silkez will prepare for the mini quiches and popcorn balls.
Hell yeah.
Jermina is going to reach out to Faye and Solvira and invite them to a sleepover.
Oh my god, Sylvira too.
Silvira at the sleepover!
Okay. So there will be two responses. Selvira will say, I can't. I'm really swamped with work after the council today. The infernal lot. And it cuts off. It does seem like she's legitimately busy and not trying to blow you off.
What they all say.
Faye's response is, ugh, fine, whatever.
Jermina's going to try Solvira one more time, explaining that it is critical Elturel business, and maybe she can go in for like an hour or two, just a little bit. Like, it's really important.
Her response will be, okay, I'll see if I can stop by, but honestly, the amicus brief... And it cuts out.
Jermina will... I think she gets up 5 flights of stairs. Remember that there's an elevator, goes down 5 more flights of stairs, and she's like, if I just kept walking, I would have been... And it's like, and then she goes and takes the elevator. What I'm saying is that she's late by like 30 minutes because she also has to complain about it to like Little One or something, where she's like, so I go to up there, and then I go to, and then, but then she'll go back to the others.
And Little One is like, I've never used an elevator.
I'm too big for them.
So, Silvira's coming over, but just for like an hour. Faye will be here when Faye gets here, but that's fine. I invited Silvira because I'm like, well, one, she's doing all the work, right? Like really, like Melafina's or whatever was like, oh, Silvira's gonna organize the ball, and then Silvira's gonna organize this, and then also Silvira, right? And it's like, you were the
Absolutely
first
swamped
speaker.
with work.
Right, right.
What work are you doing? That sort of thing.
Right, what work are you doing? Anyways, she'll race into her room and come back out, and I think she's like hopping into the pajama pants, and then she'll snap them to her waist.
The smell of marshmallow and vanilla is filling the air, along with the smell of baking mini quiches.
That particular combination.
Surprisingly, it's happened before at one of my family reunions. Not the worst. Two distinct smells. They don't actually mix.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like something that was like interesting combo.
Interesting. Shortly
Jeremy-
afterwards, as Jeremina comes out hopping into the pajama pants, a very delicate stack, by stack I mean like a pyramid of popcorn balls, is set on the coffee table.
Marty has a warm one. That was the extra. She's happy.
Rhea has appeared wearing the pajamas and looks generally sus of the situation.
Welcome, Rhea. Would you like to help me get these provisions out of the oven?
Is this some sort of custom I am not familiar with?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Okay. Why did you just lead with that?
Well, but I was worried you weren't gonna join us. 'Cause
I
you're so-
probably wouldn't have. That's fair.
Yeah.
And this
But
is
that-
technically still a team building exercise. It's just a lot more relaxed. Fuck.
And you gotta give us some leeway, because I am going with you, and by virtue of me going with you, Owen's also going with you, so Rhea, you're gonna be seeing a lot of me.
Why would you do that? That's insane.
You going to hell already is insane. So
Yeah, it's my job. That's what I'm
it's
supposed
also
to be.
technically her job.
Technically her
If-
job now.
And what about him?
She's his job.
I'm not going to dig any deeper into that. What help did you need in the kitchen?
I just need you to take the mini quiches out of the oven.
The hell is a mini quiche?
Basilicas will open the oven and motion to the tiny quiches that are lined up very evenly and perfectly on the baking sheet. It's imperative.
You need assistance with it? Fine.
Yes.
Then she will take them out of the oven.
Silkas will fan them. He'll grab a little plate, put a mini quiche on it, and hold it up to her and say, "Try it after it cools off. It should take about 5 minutes."
Sounds good. She'll take it.
The quiches are done. The popcorn balls are on the table. These are savory. The popcorn balls are sweet. I think. Do you like sweet things, Rhea?
Sometimes.
I think you might like these. And Marty has other snacks, and just go sit in the blanket fort.
Oh, yes, speaking of, the blanket fort is immaculate. This is something that Marty has had decades. Literal decades of practice.
Fair enough.
Does
Fair
it
enough.
have a century.
What type of keep and or house and or castle does it look like? Marty?
She went simple. She decided to be, keep to the classics. There is an A-frame atrium made from the stools at the breakfast bar and a broomstick that she confiscated from a nearby janitor's closet, with a large sheet over it. From there, it leads into a domed igloo type main area, made from what appears to be one of those rounded chairs.
A papazon.
Yeah, papazon, placed around chairs to sort of hold it up. And from that area, there are, I would say, 2 separate wings. One for where several pillows have been just stacked and looks like it is to be the sleeping quarters for the majority of the group. And then the other side is a bunch of books, and Marty has taken her pocket watch, her broken pocket watch that she always has with her, and has somehow gotten like the interior to glow and sort of like has hung it, so it's like a little like reading nook area. And then I think then that it's backed up against the door to the because there's like a balcony kind of area, right? Or like
Yeah.
and so it sort of like backs up to the door of the balcony, so there's like a backyard basically, which has been it's perfect.
So, let's wait until Savara and Faye get here. And then I have a bonding exercise that we all must partake in.
Alright. Also, how does everybody feel about breakfast for dinner? I'm making French toast.
Yes.
Are you okay if I ordered something in?
Oh no, yeah, you can go ahead.
Who are the French?
It's based off a Suburbs and Soccer Mom's recipe. One of the regions is called France, and my little brother came up with the recipe.
Oh, it's from the did your little brother design the unofficial Suburbs and Soccer Moms recipe book?
He absolutely would.
Yeah.
He contributed a couple of recipes, but Jeremina wants to order in.
Oh my god.
Okay, does anybody want anything while I'm ordering in?
Ooh, can we get a pizza?
I was literally just about to ask if you wanted to get a pizza. Yeah, we'll get 5. Okay, and she'll go, like, ring up a bunch of pizzas on the thing. And then she'll sit in front of the door, like, backed up a little bit, just sit down on the floor and watch it expectantly, waiting for Faye and Selvira.
Fair enough. What happens in the meantime?
Silkez will go to his room, will come out and set down a bag that makes like little clinking noises, and he says, "For personal reasons, I cannot paint my nails, but I do enjoy painting others."
Look at nail. Paint a nail?
Yes.
Nail?
Yes.
Please.
He takes out a decent. He 10 colors. There's 2 that are eye gouging, and then 4 neutrals, and then 6 general rainbow colors.
Marty, I think, would go for Marty, at first she starts at the more pastel ones, looking at them, and then she's like, "No, I'm going to experiment. Give me black."
All right. Marty gets her nails painted, and as Silkez is delicately painting her nails, he turns to Jeremy and this. Pick out which colors you want.
Well, okay, so Marty stole my colors. I don't have do you got a purple? Do you got a nice dark purple?
You could be matching, Jeremina.
Well, yeah, but I always do my nails black.
True.
My nails already come in black, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, they're naturally black. I do have a royal purple, if you, here. He just holds on to Marty's hand after he finishes and scoots up, one that kind of looks like a mauve purple, and then one looks like a rich royal purple.
Oh, let's do that mauve. I think it's going to come in better than the royal purple.
All right. Rhea, do you want your nails painted?
No. What would be the purpose?
To look nice.
It looks
fun.
Yeah, and for fun.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Oh, you know what? I got a little manicure set. Right.
Dum dum dum.
Oh, sure.
Rhea, what color do you want?
Hi.
I Yeah, I don't know. What do you think would be good?
With your skin tone, almost anything. Let's see. Do you have a favorite color?
Red.
Let me see. I have this glaring neon red, and I have a blood red color.
Blood red. At which point, standing there at the door, already in her pajamas, holding a somewhat familiar-looking, stuffy, is the Wednesday Addams-looking ass of the speaker of necromancy. Hey.
Hi, Faye. I'm so glad you're here. We're going down to do our nails. Do you want to get them painted with us?
Sure.
Okay.
Did she make Mr. Lin nod?
No, it was actually quite the opposite. The tail went up as she looked at her fingers, and then and then brought the head back down.
It's basically a nod.
Okay, come in, Faye. I'm so excited.
And she walks inside.
Silkus has moved from painting Marty's nails to painting Rhea's nails. He's working on a pinky, and he holds it up. So, see, what do you think?
I mean, sure. I've certainly
Alright.
seen them that color before. Maybe not that clean, though.
Fair enough. Mina, have Faye look at the nail polishes.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh, Lynn, you should get your... Oh, sorry.
Jeremy is going to present the black first, and then she'll present the rest. And then she'll say, well, I do have a little manicure set if you want me to, like, get your nails nice. Like, clip all the hangnails and so on and so on.
Oh, actually, before I finish Rhea's, he'll, like, prestidigitate the nail polish away. Jeremy,
Yeah.
I'll do that for you.
Rhea, do you want me to give you a little manicure?
Rhea will look down at her hands, which are littered with hangnails and other such
Oh,
ancillary
God.
things, and she'll say, yeah, sure. And at which point Faye will be like, I'm incapable of getting it. So I have control over my dermis.
Say that one more time. You were quiet.
I'm incapable of getting hangnails. I have extreme control over my dermis layer.
So she just makes her hands perfect constantly.
Jermina's going to kick up her feet as she goes into her room, and then she'll emerge with, like, the most disorganized little baggie ever, and she'll plop down, and then she'll stand up, get a bowl, fill it with water, she'll race into her room, come back out with a bath bomb, break that bath bomb in half, put half of it in the water, then she'll sit down and put Rhea's hands in the water. I'm so excited. This is going so much fun.
Faye, what
Oh,
color do you
man.
want?
You can't escape it. Do you want a manicure and your nails painted?
Olin.
Olin.
That's you.
Olin has literally just been watching and not understanding a fucking thing that's going on.
Manicure and your nails painted.
What is that?
He wants a
Marty
manicure in
walks
his nail.
over her hands.
Yeah, that's
Which are
right.
now, like, painted.
They
Alright,
literally
okay.
look like working man hands, like callous and stuff like that. And he's like, "Would that work?"
And like out. I totally out. Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
come on, come on.
Okay.
Olin and Rhea have the same hands.
Silkus is.
It's had blood on him before.
Marty, I do my own acrylics. I did bring my acrylic set.
Do vampires bleed?
You want nails? You can take them off soon.
Hmm.
I can make them short. Come on. Come on.
Sure, fine.
All my hard
I've never
work.
had long nails, actually. You kind of have to keep them short because, you don't want to get them caught in, bolts
I can
and...
take them off in the
fingers and
morning.
Hmm?
I can take them off in the morning.
True. Fair enough. In that case, yes. Absolutely.
I'm so sorry, Silkiz. I keep doing this
All
to
my
you.
hard work. Faye, do you want fake nails before I start painting?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Which
Um,
color do you recommend?
Well, which color are you willing to wear?
I don't care. I can literally
Hmm.
shed and regrow my fingernails at pretty much a 48-hour cycle. So if I decide I don't like it, I can just,
All right. Well, he's like, okay, put your hands out, Faye.
she will do so.
Silkez will put a paint bottle in front of each of Faye's fingers, a different color in front of each of Faye's fingers, and go, "Are you amenable?"
Sure.
Nice. And each of Faye's fingers will be painted a different color.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It's what she deserves.
I'm gonna work on Rhea's fingers, pushing back cuticles, snipping off hangnails, shaping them. And while she's doing this, she's gonna turn to Marty. Marty, can you do me the most important thing I've ever asked anybody else ever in the history of ever? Can you put my hair up in curlers?
Of course.
I'll be right back.
Obviously.
Okay.
And let me, do you have curlers or shall I grab... Oh, I don't have mine with me.
No. Yeah, of course I brought mine.
Mhm.
They're in a purple bag. It should be like a little bit clear. You should be able to see them.
Okay.
I got them new.
Oh, yes. Marty will go grab them. And then she'll return and say, alright, should I wet your hair first, or do you just want to go and dry?
Nope. Go ahead and wet it. It'll evaporate almost.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Don't say go and dry. It's just you don't say that. You don't say that.
I was trying not to make a sound or anything, and I made a face, and then Jason giggled, and I'm like, okay, wasn't me.
Commit to the bit.
Now,
Heathens.
when Sophis gets back, we're gonna have to start without Savara on the most important sleepover tradition ever.
What
Olin's
tradition is that for you?
Olin's gonna go find his half bottle of Barovian wine and come back out.
I will share that when Solkiz gets here.
Alright.
Okay, Rhea, you want a blood red, right?
Yes, I feel like that would be best.
Okay.
Olin's gonna start drinking his Barovian wine.
She'll get to work painting her nails. And then when she's done, without waiting, she pulls out a bottle of lotion, just like an absolute palm full, and starts massaging it into Rhea's hands. So, do I have any gossip to share? Oh my god, the ladies down in the armory place little thing were talking about me. Apparently, well, mostly the shield, but they have been talking about me. I don't know about what yet. I haven't infiltrated the group, but if I had time, I just know that the gossip in this place could curl hairs.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way it doesn't.
Faye is sitting there with her nails drying, and will say, based on the gossip I've heard, they were talking about your ass.
Nah?
Apparently. They're decrepit, so I wouldn't be that flattered.
I will take flattery where I can extract it. They were talking. Wait, was it nicely or was it judgingly?
I don't know. I don't have context for that. Look at me.
Do you know who does?
What?
Good question. Yeah, do you know who might? Who would be a good point of contact?
What do you mean? Somebody who, a gossip monger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Alright, so the colors that Faye's fingers are. On the left hand, you've got a shimmery pink color. You've got deep blue, basically a nice pastel orange. Oh, what am I thinking of? Basically a matte kind of red deal. And on the thumb, pink. On the other hand, you've got purple, gold. What am I thinking? Dark green, a yellow, and basically like a neon blue.
Eh. Eh. She'll say, "Yeah, well." And holding her hands out because she's not sure what to do with them. To be clear, that's Miriam, and you met them in passing earlier.
Yes. Miriam was so impressive.
Really? They said like 2 things.
I know. I'm always surprised and like mystified.
You thought they were hot, didn't you?
No, I didn't think that they were. No, I mean, there was absolutely. I didn't know they were. I thought.
Don't worry, it happens a lot. We get
Owen's
a lot
like
of
sitting behind
adventures that
Jeremina.
relate to it.
Owen's like sitting behind Jeremina going like this when Faye asked the question.
I know.
People who can not talk. I like everyone here. I would say one of my leading attributes is my ability to talk. So I'm always mystified, captivated by people who.
You're just trying to fuck a dragon, aren't you? We get that a lot.
They're a dragon?
Yeah.
What?
Now
Is
she
there a
definitely thinks that though. Damn
Oh,
it,
she doesn't
Mark.
think it. Marcus also.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Deb.
God, good night, Dad. God, fuck.
I feel like Fish was
Ugh.
stalling to not say out loud in front of her dad that she was
Yeah.
gonna fuck a dragon.
That's 100% what it was. 100% what it was.
She doesn't have headphones on.
I was just impressed by the story of Silkiz's parents.
Really?
If I could,
What does that have to do with what we were just talking about?
Oh my goodness, you haven't heard this.
no, Rhea did.
Rhea heard.
Wait, she did?
Yes, she was there.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fireplace.
My dad, technically 2 of my parents are my dad and a dragon, half dragon.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I think I was dissociating a bit from like the actual creation of a human and the like lustful act. I'll see myself.
I didn't even say anything.
Lustful act.
Jeremina was the one that was crude about it.
Anyways. Delightful. Thank you, Faye. Now I have an inn.
An inn. We're
Yeah.
in an inn.
No.
Nice one.
Anyways. So. Truth or dare?
Oh
goodness.
no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm awful at truth or dare. I can barely think of anything to do for it.
Truth.
Okay. Truth. What to ask you? What to ask? Okay, if we had to go on a date with anybody we've met so far while, being together as a group, who would it be?
Ooh. Hmm. I'm thinking. Oh, what was the one? Amrix, the one that owns the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure she's a horrible person, but I mean, like, if I'm going to be dating someone, I'm assuming that they have had a redemption arc kind of situation.
No. Like a date, not dating.
Oh yeah, a date. Then yeah,
Yeah,
I
hands
think
down.
she.
Okay, your turn. Go ahead and ask.
Oh yes,
someone.
my turn. Silkus.
Oh goodness. Dare.
Ooh.
Damn, I don't know. Do we have any of the mallow left?
There should be some fluff in the little bowl I made.
I dare you to play Fluffy Bunny.
What is that?
So, Fluffy Bunny is where you take the little mallow balls and you put one in your mouth, you say Fluffy Bunny, and you keep going until you can't say anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's actually very funny.
I don't have any marshmallows, otherwise I would actually do it.
Would that be like a constitution check?
Roll a d10.
But Silkez will walk over and take have the bowl in front of him, and he will take the deepest, most harrowed breath he has ever taken, and begin. He puts a he starts with like 3 marshmallows, and then he's like, okay, well, who for there?
Who? Can you point, baby?
Truth or
He
dare?
points at Rhea.
Oh,
Truth or dare? Truth or dare?
Truth.
Is there any frivolous activity you would want to do before you went to hell? Or that you wish you did before you went to hell? He puts another marshmallow in his mouth.
I'm so happy.
She'll sort of think about it and say, "No, not really. If anything, it's the opposite. I wish I didn't feel like I had to do it, but I do. And before going there, I mean, I imagine wherever it is that Trexagora takes me, I can get up to whatever it is. But I'm very focused on getting there right now. So no,
Understandable.
I don't think so."
Puts another marshmallow in his mouth.
Okay.
Thank you for showing that genuine display of emotion, Rhea. I'm gonna go spit out all these marshmallows now.
You should do that. Why is it called Fluffy? I'm not going. Never
It's
mind.
because typically you say Fluffy Bunny each time, but Silkus had the fun take on it.
Silkus will stand up and go over to the garbage can and spit out. There's like 10 marshmallows.
Oh my god.
Why is it Fluffy Bunny though? At what point does it become a funny saying or a funny word? What does it
Like 5
change
marshmallows
into?
in.
No, what does it change into? I'm confused.
Normally, well, I should have said it before I spit out all the marshmallows, but it's like something like fufu bunny, like that.
Oh, so it doesn't become crass or crude. It just sounds
Not
silly.
that I know of.
Yes, it just sounds silly.
Oh, I
It's the,
expected
Sounds
it
very
to
stupid.
change into something that I don't know might have
What
been
did you think it was
rejected.
going to change?
I don't know.
the hilarity comes from the ridiculousness of pronunciation and the fact that my cheeks look like a chipmunk's.
That is fair.
Okay. Sarah, you gotta ask. Truth or dare?
Olin? Truth or dare?
Olin, who has drank and ate like a little bit into the half bottle he has left, goes, the there.
Ray will look around. What's the protocol for this?
Think of something funny or interesting for him to do.
I'm soliciting suggestions because when he said dare, I was like, okay, let's fight. And
we could fight if you want. I'm not.
I don't think that that's in the nature of the game, given that
I did
Rhea
not hear rules.
Rhea will find a pillow placed in her hand, and Silkas will go, you could still ask him to fight.
Oh god, this will be fucking hilarious.
There are mechanics that exist.
She'll like knock it over her shoulder and will point at pillows and will say, choose your weapon. First solid hit counts.
Is there the most like priciest pillow? With
like embroidered
has
yeah. So like listen, what I'm thinking is it is the end accent pillow. It is a tube, and it's got buttons on either end, and it's got fringe.
Yep.
And it's all brocade fabric. Like it is ostentatious as fuck.
Olin's gonna grab that one and be like, "Good luck losing."
And go ahead and make a attack roll utilizing your strength or dexterity bonus, but no proficiency, because unless you are proficient in
pillows,
in
improvised weapons. No, yeah. But it's between a 0 and a +4.
So and Rhea will also roll, but I think she's actually worse off than you are, based on stats. So we'll see.
He rolled a 13.
Okay.
Are you about to watch Olin get his ass?
Olin's about to get fucking whipped.
I don't think so. I think her bonus to swing here will be smaller than Olin's.
It doesn't matter. He rolled a 9.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Well, I mean, actually, but the thing is that neither of you are wearing armor. And Rhea has a not great dex score. So that has hit. It's whether or not she hits you back.
Oh yeah, because it's what is none? It's like 10 plus dex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so Olin has a 14
she's not
armor.
Dexterity.
Olin has a 14 armor without actual armor.
Yeah, and so you get it set up. And explain to me, Olin, how it is you swing your ostentatious brocade pillow.
Olin, being tipsy and realizing that this is supposed to be fun, will like with the distance they have, will run at her, throw the pillow in the air, and hopefully get the attention. And what he'll do is he'll slide on his knees, catch it, and hit her across her stomach.
Okay. As you do that, you see her with the pillow, bringing it down heavy, and you see it just sort of poof behind you, and you sort of thwap into her side, and she just turns around and like looks at you and is like, "That was Chris!" Yes! And just absolutely begins to heap praise on you for that, because that was sick. And she was like, I guess it is, I guess your turn. It's your turn.
He's
That
gonna.
was great. That was
Okay,
very interesting.
who's left that hasn't done it yet?
Faye.
Faye and
And
oh,
Jeremina.
fuck. Okay, Olin has two very fucking interesting questions for both of them. Hold on. Okay, Jeremy, to choose odds or evens.
Odds.
He's gonna look at Jeremina. Jeremina, truth or dare?
I want to ease into it. Truth.
Okay. Olin gets really serious for a minute. Are you trying to fuck a dragon?
Yes, most certainly. Hands down, of course, to my dad, Dr. Dragon. And you know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pull a dragon. You know what? If I can't pull a blood assassin, sorry, Faye, I'm gonna pull a dragon. I'm gonna pull me a they damn dragon. I can do it.
Olin, who is still standing next to Rhea, just looks and goes, okay. And goes back to his seat.
But of course, I'm also looking to make a connection.
Listen, we're about to go into hell. Well, you're about to go into hell. You know, now's the time.
Might be a one shot.
You know what? I live every day like I'm going to hell. So, Faye, truth or dare?
Truth.
Okay, truth. What's your favorite color?
Are you tossing me a softball? Because, like, if you ask me anything else, it might be a crime.
Yeah. What else am I supposed to ask, Faye? Hey, Faye, how do you feel about being possessed by a demon? That's just a downer.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
real
you know, yeah.
Oh, okay. What, Faye? What? I don't know what you're supposed to ask a 14-year-old.
Do you want me to say dare instead? Would that make you feel better?
No.
Or okay, well then pick something that's
I
not.
could give you a suggestion, Jeremina.
Okay, go for it.
Ask her if she likes anyone.
Faye, you got a little crush on anybody?
No, not really. I work with a bunch of olds, but I do want to go to college at some point, even though I'm already smart. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's so sweet. I really like that. Where did he want to go?
I'm not sure.
Oh, she wants to go to college.
That's so sweet. You'd be so good at
Oh, I thought you meant which college did I want to go to. Sorry, I don't speak very clearly. My bad.
No problem. That's me. Okay, Faye, your turn.
Jeremina, truth or dare?
Okay. Dare.
Dare. Okay. You're gonna be following Traxagorkin into hell. I dare you to make me your escort.
What are you asking me?
She's asking you if she can escort you to hell.
No, that's not.
Or
That's
the other way around?
no. I'm asking them that I can escort you to the portal of hell that Traxagorkin's gonna find for you. Make sure that you get there.
Okay.
I like leaving this place.
Yeah,
Fucking self agenda right there.
Cool. Sorry,
Hey, truth or dare?
not to be a downer or whatever. What?
Faye, truth or dare?
That's, you can't just racket a
You
ball
did.
back at me. I did truth.
Okay, truth. Any other reason why you're asking me to escort or whatever?
No, I like leaving this place.
Okay. Marty, truth or dare?
Wait, did you just... What?
She can
Did
have
I-
it. It's fine.
What did I do last time? I did truth. Dare.
Okay, dare. I dare you to go to the balcony and shout something embarrassing.
Oh god. I have to think of something embarrassing.
I do have an alternative if you want it.
What's the alternative?
No, I'm not going to tell you the alternative unless you're going to do the alternative.
Let me see. Let me try to think of something embarrassing. I'm curious about what the alternative is. Dang. I'll do the alternate.
Okay. So you are going to go downstairs. Okay?
Strong start.
And you are going to go talk to like the guy in charge or whatever, and you're just gonna reach around, find a piece of paper, write on it, and pass it over, and you're gonna ask him to find this guy. And written on the paper is I.P. Freely.
She'll stuff it in her pocket.
Come
I'll be
back.
back. And she will go downstairs. It's still in her pajamas. How busy is the hotel tonight? Like him.
Oh, like the
Mm.
actual bar portion or the
Yeah.
pretty busy. Little one is tucked away at the corner, and most of the booths are filled, though there is some tables sort of sparingly occupied.
Okay. Marty will just kind of sigh and go up to the bartender and be like, "Hi, I'm
Hey.
sorry.
No problem.
I'm looking for someone of it's and she'll hand over the
Oh, a courier, right?
yeah.
Hey, everybody! I got a courier here for IP Freely. IP Freely. Do we have an IP Freely? No. Oh, wait! Hey, wait a minute!
Is Marty running towards the elevator?
Yeah, like he turns around like, hey, wait a minute. She's like tapping the thing, tapping the. She comes back up and she's just like beat red and it's like,
It worked! Oh, yeah, baby! Woo, certified knee slapper!
Rhea,
Oh, it's spicy.
Yes.
truth or dare?
Truth.
What is the most self-indulgent thing you've done? Or if you could do the most self-indulgent thing, what would you do?
Well, I think that the most self-indulgent thing that I've done was in El Terrell in the barracks, conspired with some other recruits to borrow a cake that was intended for a military ceremony, and we got to enjoy it. And if I had to do a more self-indulgent thing, I think I would go to a city that wasn't in the state that Baldur's Gate was, and be able to go to the shops and sort of just enjoy being in that space as opposed to out in the wilderness or in the temple. Just walking around, yeah, seeing the sights of the the infrastructure. I don't know. I do like cities, not Baldur's Gate though. But just sort of might be the shops.
That sounds
Yeah.
lovely.
That does sound lovely.
Also, what flavor was the cake?
It was vanilla with sort of like a banana coconut cream
Oh, that sounds
Ooh.
running
delicious.
between it. 3 layers.
That's
3 layers.
Well, we segmented it off 1 layer per because we had so many people. You know,
how big was this cake?
it was, and she like motions with her hands, and it's like she like tire size, like.
Wait, well, one person each? 1 layer for like per person?
No, like we had many Hell Riders and recruits that were engaging. So, in lieu of having 3 layers of cake, we all had 1 with some frosting underneath or above, and we parceled it out.
I see.
Jermina's going to stand up, like, kind of walk over to the kitchen to grab something, and when she's behind Rhea, she's gonna point at the back and, like, make a gesture, and then... I remember popcorn boys.
Did you try the mini quiches, Jeremina?
Oh, that's right. And she's gonna take...
You should. They're quite good.
She's gonna take... I think she just takes a handful and, like, sits down. Okay, Ray, your turn.
Silkes. Truth or dare?
Truth.
Oh, thank God.
You're digging deep for this one.
No, I'm thinking. I don't want to dig too much into your personal business or seem racist, so...
At least she's,
Thank you very much for respecting those boundaries.
No, it's okay. As a arcane caster, do you ever wish that you had outside counsel, people to guide or drive your ability to understand how it is that you go about your business?
Do you mean, do I wish I had other people that could push me forward, kind of deal?
If those other people were like, gods or patrons.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're asking if I would want somebody to teach me, essentially, to help me understand why I am able to do magic or the magic that I do.
I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure. I think more than someone to help me understand why my magic is the way it is, I would need somebody to stop me from getting too deep. I am a kind of person who wants to take everything apart already, and it is because I know myself that I inch rather than dive. So I think I would be more prone to diving if I knew I had somebody to pull me out.
Interesting. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Orlin, truth or dare?
Let's we go with truth this time. I don't want to hurt you with pillow too.
I was completely terrified that if I said dare, Rhea was going to kick my ass in a pillow fight. I don't know if I could recover from that one.
I would have jumped in, it's true.
Olin's down up to a quarter of a bottle now of his.
Oh my god.
He's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he is.
What was or is your favorite kind of food?
Well, I don't know was because I don't have memory.
Yeah, Silk has.
Well, you know, it's
Yeah,
sometimes there's like flavors that you know that you like. And
I do like
already-
the food over at the place where they dance. The ones who are nice to talk to me.
Oh,
the splurge and sturgeon.
Yes, they have those things with that are like the potatoes, but cooked.
they certainly have
Fries. The French
fire
fries.
fries.
That's what they are called.
Orkish fries.
Yes, that was what they are called. Those are good.
They are very good. I agree. I'm very surprised that well, I don't. You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad the splurge and sturgeon was just a nice place for you to go. I'm glad you saw. saw this
I knew that
there.
was gonna get Jeremina.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
Standing at the door is Silvira, and she's holding a clipboard. Her hair is kind of crazy. It's like a little unkempt. She's still wearing the same uniform or clothing you saw her in earlier, and she'll look at all of you and say, "They heard from older Ravengard,"
What?
and that's where we're done.
No!
For tonight.
Oh!
Come on. It's only 11:52. We went till like 1 a.m. last time.
Indeed, we did.
Yeah, that we have to
Oh.
truly balance. as all
Sorry,
things
yeah,
should be.
yeah. As all things should be.
Cruel.
All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out for a sleepover.
Mhm.
We hope you guys had fun.
I
Yep.
mean, it may continue next time, but it won't be as fun.
Yeah.
We end up having our own crisis council meeting in the blanket fort.
But appreciate you all. Hope to see you all next week, and have a good night. Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Why would you say this?